What is up, guys and gals? Welcome to episode number 110 of the Nonsense Review. I'm your host, as always, Devon, and joining me equally as always is Rick.
Hello, everyone.
We are well and truly away from BritCon month. Today we're doing another cartoon. We're doing Little Demon episode 1. It's available on Disney+. But before we get too much into that, fans of the podcast may or may not know that we like to talk about our weeks and the goings-ons in the wide universe. So with that in mind, Rick, how's your week been, buddy?
I've been mostly reading manga, which is something that I've not done in quite some time, and it's been a nice bit of fun. The one that I've been enjoying is one called I Favor the Villainess, and it's one of these reincarnated into a princess fantasy things where the main character has played this game to death and doesn't care at all for any of the princess. She just likes the villainess and tries to woo this tsundere noble princess who is set up to be abusive and bully and all that, and she loves every minute of it.
I'm not an expert on the genre, but I'm pretty sure that's been done to death.
Oh yeah, totally. Normally it's like being the villainess. It's not as much trying to woo the villainess, but she's a very fun character to have around because she, even like 30 odd chapters in, she's still very Tsunsun, but she does dump tea over her friends' faces, who are meant to be like Beta Bitch B and Beta Bitch C when they start giggling at the main character for being a lesbian.
Okay.
So yeah, it was she's starting to thaw out basically.
It's not my type of story, but hey, you do you, buddy.
Yeah, it's a little bit of comedy.
You can shit on my taste. I used to like harem mangas.
Oh yeah.
I'm not taking the upper ground here. It's not something that appeals to me personally.
Sure. I remember reading Love Hina when it was new and interesting. That's pretty much the starter harem manga.
Well, it's one of those weird ones where I read Love Hina way after the fact because my first introduction was a really poorly animated porn game on Newgrounds to Love Hina.
Oh boy.
I shit you not, probably the first dating sim I ever played.
Yeah, but yeah, other things that have happened out in the world. We got the Secret Invasion trailer and the Spider-Verse second trailer. I have watched neither of these.
I have watched both of these.
Okay, enlighten me.
The Secret Invasion trailer doesn't really show off much. Nick Fury's going to do Nick Fury things. That's fine.
Yes.
I thought Secret Invasion was going to be a movie, and then at the end it said it's a 6-episode series, and I was like, okay, that's probably a smarter way of doing that storyline.
Yeah, sure, fair enough. I remember when the Secret Invasion was being filmed near us as well, so you might get to see some bits of Yorkshire in the show.
Oh, fair enough, man. Yeah, I don't know. Secret Invasion, I don't know how they're going to do it because the Skrulls are, and I'm using quotation marks, good guys in the MCU. They're probably going to have some sort of Splinter Cell be the enemy Skrulls, but in the comic book, Skrulls have always very firmly been in bad guy category.
Oh yeah, they're like go-to bad guys.
It's one of those where in the trailer, I think we got our first glimpse of the Super Skrull, which for those of you who are unfamiliar with the Super Skrull, it's a Skrull which has the powers of all 4 members of the Fantastic Four.
Yes, it does.
So yeah, I think that's what we saw. It could not be that. I could be misinterpreting. Plus, Marvel are notorious for fucking lying in their trailers. So
yeah, they are.
The Spider-Verse 2 trailer was great. There was, I believe my exact words in the Discord chat when it got posted were, "Wow, there's a lot to unpack here," but I was smiling at everything that happened.
Yeah.
There is a lot of fan service in this trailer, and I'm looking forward to seeing this film. I was already looking forward to seeing the film, and honestly, Spider-Man 2099 is probably my number one factor for wanting to see this because I love that character because he is the most ruthless fucking hero to ever fucking wear the Spider-Man name.
Yeah, I've seen what I believe to be the first trailer, which was like a week before the second trailer dropped, but it could have been the second trailer. I tend to not go out of my way to watch trailers, but I normally get them fed to me when I go to the cinema.
Well, let's put it this way, Rick. The only reason I saw the Secret Invasion trailer is because I saw the Spider-Verse 2 trailer and it was in the next video it was shown, and I went, oh fuck, that trailer's out? Okay, click.
Sure.
But yeah, the second trailer focuses on a spider Illuminati, basically. All the Spider-Men are revealed to be a big old group, and Miguel is like, no, Miles can't join, and we don't know why, because it's a trailer.
Yep, fair enough. Yeah, we also got the Madam Web show coming up, the movie coming up, haven't we?
That I couldn't give less of a fuck about.
Yeah, like, Madam Web is supposed to be this weird old lady. I think what they're trying to do is make a Spider-Woman show, but Spider-Woman is technically more of an Iron Man supporting character in the old cartoons.
Yeah, but Spider-Woman's also in Spider-Verse, so...
Yeah, fair enough.
Spider-Woman's in that weird place where she's enough of a spider character that whenever they do a Spider-Man crossover thing, she inevitably shows up.
Yeah, sure. Other things out in the world, The Ghost and Molly McGee has started with the second series. The season 2 episode 1 is on the Disney Channel on YouTube, and I think they've released up to episode 6 or so now. But yeah, it's not currently on our Disney Plus, but episode 1 is on the Disney Channel YouTube. The other one is that the Owl House finale is between the time that we record and the time that the episode releases. So by the time you're hearing this, it'll be out on the Disney Channel YouTube. We are going to be both mostly sad because the series is ending before its time, but also, hopefully a little bit of closure, but probably not because, as you say, it's more to wrap up the story than to give people any closure.
I'll tell you this, Rick, right? Two things. One, I'm glad that the Disney Channel put out that tweet saying, hey guys, the finale is going to be on YouTube. And it's like, cool, great. I can watch it without skirting the long arm of the law. And two, there is one animator on the team of the Owl House, and I can't remember the name, my apologies, but they keep tweeting the same thing, and that is, y'all ain't ready. And variants thereof.
I've seen some of the more recent previews that the Disney Channel has put out, and some things look like things that we need to be prepared for, and we're not prepared for that.
My heart will break if either of Numity get wrecked.
There's something else in one of the trailers.
I only saw the first teaser trailer that was like 20 seconds long that didn't tell us much, so I'm very blind in this aspect.
Yeah, all I've seen is...
Well, don't tell me!
The Fire Emblem DLC has finished. The final chapter, the Xenologue, is now out. I haven't played it yet, but I will be doing very shortly. This is the one where you get your characters from the Xenologue. As soon as you recruit them in the Xenologue and finish it, you can get them in your regular game.
Yes, but unlike Fire Emblem Three Houses, you have to do it for each save file.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah, people were bitching about it on the Fire Emblem subreddit.
Okay. But yeah, then these characters have social links with existing characters from the regular game. But yep, that's enough about me and the wide, wide world. How have you been, and what have you seen out in the universe?
I've watched some TV.
Oh!
I say TV, it's mostly Netflix. Yeah, Mando Season 3, Episode 5 dropped. Wait, Episode 6 dropped. It was a good episode. It was fun. I remember watching the episode, and I bothered Rick, and Rick will attest.
Yeah.
My God, the guest stars on this episode were great.
Yeah, they were. They all looked to be having a lot of fun, just like playing not only those roles, but like dipping a toe into Star Wars,
Well, it's like, I saw Jack Black, and I just, every time I see Jack Black on screen, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I smile.
Yes.
I unironically love Jack Black. I think he's great, and he gives his all in every performance, and I don't care that he plays a similar character in most things. That's fine. It's fine to be typecast.
Yes. Especially when you're typecast as a person who's having fun being in that role.
Yeah, and also, fuck me, I did not expect to see Christopher Lloyd in this day and age.
No! Like, both of them were, shown from a distance in the first shot. I'm like, is that? And then it zoomed in and they started talking. Yeah, it is.
Honestly, right, you could tell Jack Black was Jack Black, even with the big stupid beard, but Christopher Lloyd, until he talks, he is practically a chameleon.
Yeah. I mean, he's got the beard. That's his most recent thing. Have I not sent you the Bowser picture?
You sent the Bowser picture today, but I didn't know that when I watched it. I thought that was a fake beard.
No, that's his beard. He's just got that beard now.
I mean, fair enough. It suits him.
Yeah, it does.
But yeah, good episode. They progressed plot, sort of. Bo-Katan... spoiler alert. Bo-Katan's finally got the fucking Darksaber. It's only taken us 2.5 seasons to fucking get here.
Yep.
Boy, do I fucking hate that so much. Not Bo-Katan getting the saber, but the fact that they're... Oh, God. Bo-Katan has broken this rule before, but now all of a sudden she gives a shit?
Yeah, they're pulling the Harry Potter bullshit of, the person who defeated me is the person who defeated that, and through technicalities, this now belongs to you.
Yeah, but I mean, it's bullshit, because Bo-Katan has... The last time Bo-Katan had the Darksaber, she got it from her... I might be misremembering details. She got it from her sister, and she just got given it.
Yeah, I think the idea of getting given it was a thing because there was no combat. Like you say, it was weird that she now gives a fuck.
But that's what I'm saying. If it was a different character, fine, whatever, but it's Bo-Katan. Bo-Katan has received it without combat before. It's not a big deal to her. Also, come on, she is 10 times better at using it than Jin is.
Yeah, not only can she swing it with no problem, but she also has the little laser shield that's built into her wrist. She is very much built for using this.
Anyway, just wanted to bitch a little bit, but hey ho, diddly do. We've got 2 more episodes left of the season. I don't know where it's going. I assume Moff Gideon is going to show up at some point.
Yeah, because they've been building up to that. They've dropped the Thrawn line a long time ago, mid-season 2 from Ahsoka.
Yeah, but that's because...
It seems like she's going to be, he's going to be her villain rather than the Mandoverse villain.
Yeah, which makes sense, because they've got all the Rebels cast being set up to appear in Ahsoka, and Thrawn was a Rebel problem.
Yes, he was.
But yeah, in other things I watched the new Waco Netflix documentary. For those of you who don't know, the events of Waco happened 30 years ago, which means it's now appropriate and okay for people to make documentaries about it, I guess.
Okay.
This documentary was not a good documentary. I've seen better. It was very not impartial.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They spoke to 2 people from the cult that survived, and they picked 2 very crazy people. And hey, I don't know. Well, there was another one who was a child at the time, and she was just crying all the time, which I don't fucking blame her. Bad memories and shit. And fucking, it was not a good documentary. There was only two people I found interesting and earnest, and that was they interviewed one of these. It wasn't SWAT. I think he was ATF guys who went into the compound during the initial assault, and a sniper who fucking spent most of the 50 days just watching the place. They both seemed pretty genuine and in their testimonies and whatnot. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend this documentary if you want to learn about what happened from an impartial perspective, because it's not impartial, not at all.
Fair enough.
Last but not least, on the watching front, I finally watched a movie I've been wanting to watch forever. The Gentleman on Netflix.
Okay, I've not heard of this one.
It's a Guy Ritchie film starring Matthew McConaughey and Charlie Hunnam. Those are both top actors in my opinion. And it was basically it was a gangster film. It's Guy Ritchie. If you've watched Snatch, you'll probably like this film. It's a good show. Good movie. If you've not watched Snatch before, you'll probably be confused by the formula of how the film's set out, because you're constantly jumping from perspectives, which is always an interesting way of doing a film. It's good. I enjoyed it. I'll recommend it. I don't want to spoil it in case people want to watch it, but it's a good mix of action, violence, as you expect in a gang film, and comedy, because it's still Guy Ritchie.
Good stuff.
You ready for some world news?
Yeah, let's go.
April Fool's Day happened, Rick.
Yes, it did.
There was quite a few April Fool's Day pranks. Did you witness any that you enjoyed?
The one that I liked was the death of Sonic the Hedgehog. This is a full visual novel thing released by Sonic Team. It was actually released the day before April Fool's Day, but it was very obviously for April Fools. And this is an actual thing. And I think my favorite part of April Fool's Day is when a company knows that they're a bit of a laughingstock and they make a real high quality shitpost. And this is basically that. So by all accounts, it's actually really fun. I've not played it yet, but I've got it on my Steam. It's free on Steam, so there's no reason not to get it unless you really don't give a fuck about Sonic. But that's pretty much the only one I've seen. So what have you seen out in the world?
I saw a few. I shared a couple with you specifically. My personal favourite was Lego released a kit.
Topsoil.
Which is just topsoil for your Lego plants. And it contained, and I quote, 699 small single brown studs.
Yeah.
But the thing I love about this joke the most is that I know for a fact that there are Lego nerds out there who would love that kit.
Oh, totally.
I also shared with you the Helltaker Second Circle visual novel. Did an update, and the update turned all the characters into Undertale characters. That was very weird. And of course there were some cruel April Fool's jokes. The one that got my attention, which they might be getting sued over, is the Royal Mail, Rick. I might have told you about this.
Okay, maybe.
The Royal Mail in the UK sent out an April Fool's joke, which I don't know why they thought this would be okay, where they announced to their workforce that they were getting an 11% pay rise.
Oh yes, you did. I didn't catch that it was Royal Mail, but yes, you did tell me about this.
Yeah, and then they went April Fools, and it's like, what? No. I can only hope that the people at the top of Royal Mail, who must have had a right giggle, I guess, get sued the fuck out of.
Yep.
Just for some additional context, those of you who are not in the UK, the Postal Force is still undergoing strike action for increased pay. So, I don't know who thought this was funny, who thought it was a good idea.
Yeah, it's real scummy, because basically that's what people are actually campaigning for in real life, so,
Yeah, bollocks.
And 11% is basically the rate of inflation right now anyway, so it's not like...
But that's exactly it though, isn't it? It's pretty much everyone who's protesting isn't protesting for more money, they're protesting for the right amount of money.
Yeah, they're not protesting to get a better lifestyle, they're protesting to, continue the lifestyle that they are trying to provide for their families.
It's a joke.
Which normally includes, paying for bills.
Yeah, which have all gone up.
Yes.
And they will continue to go up, because that's how life in the UK works. Anyway, Rick, this is not a wrestling podcast.
Okay.
Oh boy, there's not really a lot of good to be said about wrestling at the moment.
No.
Let's start with the good news. AEW All Elite Wrestling is coming to Wembley.
Yeah.
They're doing a show in August. I don't know if I'm going to go. I don't like big stadium shows. I like fucking little indie shows in town halls, because you can see what's going on.
Yeah, set up a ring and some camp chairs.
Seriously, my most fun at wrestling events has been at small little indie events. And even Ring of Honor a couple of years ago, they had it in a leisure centre opposite a pool. That's how small the fucking place was.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was great because you could see the wrestlers.
Didn't your brother go to one and get told to fuck off by one of the heels?
Yeah, that was actually Mark Briscoe, the chap who passed away in a car accident not too long ago.
Oh man.
Yeah. That was great though. That memory will stick forever because it was so funny. Yeah, because my brother's a mouthy guy at the best of times, and at a wrestling show you're expected to mouth off a little bit at the heels, and he was mouthing off real bad, and the Briscoe in question just sort of did that. You know when you sort of flinch forward as if you're about to punch someone.
Yep.
Yeah, he just did that, and then my brother nearly fell off his chair, and everyone fucking pissed themselves laughing. It was great. But yeah, alrighty. In sad news, Bushwhacker Butch passed away at the age of 78. The Bushwhackers were a tag team that were big in the 80s and the 90s. They used to do this. They used to be called the Sheep Herders, and they were proper fucking mean heels. They moved over to WWF/E, and they became a comedy tag team. And I loved the Bushwhackers as a kid, because who the fuck doesn't? Look up their entrance and see the way they walk, and tell me why you think a fucking 10-year-old boy would love them. But there's a great story with the Bushwhackers, because in one Royal Rumble, can't remember the year, my apologies, Bushwhacker Butch got the record for the shortest elimination in a Royal Rumble. He got in the ring, and then he was immediately thrown out 3 seconds later, and then he went straight back into the back. The reason why I love this is because Bushwhacker Luke, who is his tag team partner, was in the same Royal Rumble and was in the ring for 10 minutes, and he will always bring up and bitch about the fact that they got paid the same amount. But yeah, sad days. I love the Bushwhackers, and it's a shame that one of them is now gone. 78's not bad, especially for a wrestler.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's just get into the fucking WWE news. WrestleMania was a disappointing event. I don't watch live wrestling anymore because I just can't be bothered. There's too much of it, and honestly, most of the time it's disappointing. I said last week, Cody's going to beat Roman Reigns. That's not in question. He deserves it. It's going to be great. Cody Rhodes did not beat Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns run via despicable means, and I went, okay, that's a weird decision, but I'm sure there's some sort of long-term story going on here. And then the next day, we had Raw, the Raw after WrestleMania. It's meant to be the most exciting Raw of the year, and Cody Rhodes is going to tag team with Brock Lesnar against Roman Reigns and his cousin. And Brock Lesnar comes to the ring and then spends 20 minutes beating the shit out of Cody Rhodes. Why? What is going on? This is shit. This is shit. I don't know what the plan is here. Maybe they'll make something out of it. But earlier in the day, it was confirmed that WWE was sold to the company that owns MMA.
Yep.
And Vince McMahon is now back on the staff full time because that was part of the conditions of the deal.
Yeah, he's not quite CEO anymore, is he? But he's basically got the same power, but like answering to a higher power.
He's not the CEO, but he's in charge of WWE, so take that for what you will. There's been rumours ever since he came back to WWE to sell the company that he was not involved in creative at all, and then the company gets sold, and all of a sudden all of the booking decisions make no sense again, and it looks like Vince McMahon is back to playing creative master in WWE, and it's weird. I don't know what to make of this. I don't like the direction the company seems to be taking creatively, but of course my opinion doesn't mean dog shit because I don't throw any money at the company. I don't even pay for the network anymore. I haven't for a while because that Saudi business has left a real bad taste in my mouth, and I don't think anyone should be supporting a company with an obvious and caught sex fiend behind the wheel.
Yeah.
Even if you liked the product, which I don't know why you would, because the story's been immediately Vince is allegedly taken back control creatively. I say allegedly because it's not been proven. Everything goes to shit on screen, and then it's also like, but don't forget, this guy raped people.
Yes.
And then I know fucking capitalism, blah blah blah. I sound like a broken record. If you got enough money, crime doesn't matter. You got to bear in mind, Vince didn't get in trouble for raping people. He got in trouble because he used the company funds to pay hush money.
Yep.
That's the society that WWE does business in. I'm just saying, it's fucked up. Anyway, WWE's fucked. I'm probably going to be bitching about WWE for the next couple of weeks, so sorry about that in advance.
Sure.
Final piece of news, Rick. I'm just going to give you the headline here. Elon Musk jerks it to furry femboy porn.
Oh, yes.
I don't think we need to elaborate on that. Okay, today we're watching Little Demon episode 1. Rick, I don't know anything about this show apart from the fact that both Danny DeVito and his daughter Lucy DeVito are in it, so that'll be fun.
Yeah, and the mom is Aubrey Plaza. I've seen all of these.
Oh, you've seen it all?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't have fucking suggested it if I knew that.
So I've seen these. I liked it enough to watch the whole season, and also it was kind of out of spite because people were trying to save the soul of Fox when this was airing for having a show where Satan is not the antagonist, except he kind of probably is. But yeah, we're watching Little Demons. It's on Disney Plus. If you'd like to join us at home, 3, 2, 1, and go.
Yeah, this first episode is called First Blood, aka Rambo. Boy, it's great when we're fucking 25 seconds in and we don't fucking say a word, Rick.
Yeah. Well, we also had to go through like mini credits before anything happened. Yeah, this is Laura giving birth.
Yeah, I fucking gathered, Rick.
Yeah.
Well, that was the easiest pregnancy in the world, so there are some benefits to fucking Satan.
Yep.
Oh, it's
Have
the logic
Mjolnir
that because
ready.
it's the logic that because it's a girl, it's not the Antichrist, and therefore she doesn't have to immediately smite it.
Well, maybe. Or maybe the fact that she just really doesn't like... Well, I don't know. Yeah, she's actually a really good mom.
Yeah, that's a good rule for life.
Yep. She's a bit paranoid, because she is still, like, a practicing witch.
I mean, I don't know, man. If I gave birth to, because it'd be possible because it being Satan. If I gave birth to Satan's child, I'd probably be paranoid for the rest of my life.
Yeah. Especially on behalf of the child, if you were trying to raise them properly.
Oh, well, I wouldn't. Listen, I've got to be honest with you. I've got bigger problems in my life if I got fucked by Satan. What is it, a centipede or just a bug?
I think it is a centipede, yeah.
He looks a bit like the chief inspector from Fillmore.
Okay.
I'm going to assume that
Man, it's been a while.
When was the last time you heard the name Fillmore?
Oh, yeah, it was something that ran on from Kim Possible when I was younger.
Fillmore was such a good show. It was just a detective show, but aged back for fucking teenagers.
Yep.
The first episode was a Hannibal Lecter parody.
Yeah, and wasn't Phil... I never got why Fillmore was bald.
Because he shaved his head.
Yeah.
Right? It's not a complicated question.
I mean, true, but at my school it was basically illegal to shave your head.
Yeah, in my school it was just they just had a thing against colours. Sorry, hair colours.
Oh yeah, and you couldn't have facial hair unless it was for religious purposes only.
We never had that shit.
Yeah, I had like a full beard at 14, so... And it was before Jedi was recognised as a religion.
Sure. Look, I'm no expert on periods, but I'm pretty sure they're not that extreme, are they?
Not normally.
God, that's creepy.
Oh my, no. Demon powers, activate.
I feel I don't think we ever have it this bad in the UK as far as bullying goes, but I have a very hard time feeling any sympathy for these two fucks that just got murked.
Yeah. Yeah, it might be disproportionate retribution.
They had a knife.
Yeah, they did.
It wasn't clear what they were going to do with that knife, but probably inflict bodily harm on this chap here.
Yeah, good old Benny.
I've been replaying Red Dead Redemption 2 lately. I'm on the epilogue with John Marsden. And
Okay.
He's constantly shooting people after being shot at, and his wife is constantly complaining at him for it. And it's like, I'm on John's side for a big degree, and like, what's he meant to do? Just get shot?
Hmm. Yeah, she's got a lot of rituals that she does. And they all work.
It's a hell of a thing to drop on a 13-year-old.
Hmm.
It's America.
Crazy prepared.
It's America. Having a gun in a glove box shouldn't be that unusual.
It's not, but also, if you've grown up not knowing that your parent has guns,
Suppose.
then it's a bit weird to. Oh yeah.
That's a cool fucking sword. I love how the devil is allegedly
is.
friends with the Pope and some sort of rabbi.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, this isn't Satan.
Yeah, this is the bounty hunter.
I am the Dig! I don't know, man. Even if it's the Antichrist, you really that cool with just killing a kid?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Get shit on Vermont, I guess.
Yeah.
Technically correct, I guess.
Yeah. It's one of these where you can, as an adult, you can see both sides of this.
You don't know anything until you know it. What a great sentence.
Yeah, yeah. Darlene's actually a good bit of fun as well.
That fucking handcuff should not work.
No, it shouldn't. Because, like, her hand is smaller than the hole.
Wow. I have seen this clip, and I believe she says, I want to go to ice cream first. Oh, not quite. That looks like Kang from Street Sharks. Street Sharks?
It does.
Teenage Mutant Ninja. Fuck it, you know the thing I'm trying to talk about,
Oh,
right?
Krang.
Yeah.
The brain with tentacles.
Yeah. Dickhead.
It's actually a pretty good idea if you got silver bullets to not have them all be silver.
Yeah, but you should Geralt it. You should have one gun loaded with silver bullets and one gun loaded with lead.
Maybe so. But also, the first shot is never going to be the one that hits if you're not prepared to shoot already.
Yeah, but Rick is a fucking cartoon.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know how it is about shooting guns, but when you shoot a bow and arrow, your first shot usually fucking hits.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't want to know what that is.
Oh, it's a talking tome.
There are some people like that who are just like, fuck it,
There are.
whatever. I'm loving life.
Mm-hmm.
I love hearing that she sounds like a bitch in that stupid fucking voice.
Yeah, from that creature.
Holy shit, it's Rob Halford.
It's Mr. Clean.
Oh yeah, that makes sense, because if you're a bloke, you wouldn't be able to shed your first blood for a period, would you?
Yeah, it would be your first murders. Well, technically it wasn't murder because it wasn't premeditated.
No, that's not how murder works. That's premeditated murder is murder in the third degree. You can murder spontaneously, it's still fucking murder.
Well, normally it's like, isn't it more like the intent to murder makes it still murder? Whereas, and if it was in the moment, then it's just manslaughter.
No, manslaughter is you did a thing, it killed someone, but your intention was not to kill.
Sure.
So manslaughter is if you get into a fist fight with someone and you beat their ass so hard they die from their injuries. That is then manslaughter because you killed that person, even though your intent was not to kill them, it was just to beat their ass.
Sure.
Whereas murder is, I wanted to kill that person. You got murder in the first degree, second degree, and third degree. I only know third degree offhand, the definition, which is premeditated. You planned this and you wanted to do it. First degree, I think, is you killed someone, you meant to kill them, but you didn't intend to kill someone when you set out that day. Holy shit, is she jacked, or am I imagining it?
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she's jacked.
Did we just see Bush?
Yep.
I wasn't... Huh. What did she just shove up her ass?
Stuff to assemble a bone gun.
Okay.
That's why she ate the bones of a mouse in a condom that she can just regurgitate.
Okay. I'll be honest with you, that might be my ideal body type in a woman.
Yes.
Jesus. Look, it's a corn demon.
Yeah, it is. It's taken a long time to get there.
Yeah, well, they have to.
Yeah.
Actually appears to have been a woman. So I'm going to assume that's her daughter's blood she just gave.
I assume so, yeah. Either that or Satan's.
That's true.
Yeah, Snake with Arms is just his name.
I like his nostrils make a moustache.
Yeah, yeah.
Boy, that's fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Now, I know she's, like, falling for this, but he is still the devil.
He is.
Maximus Dornus, doesn't that just mean big morning?
Yes. Big morning.
Don't you just love it that via playing video games you can kind of earmark Latin sometimes?
Yeah, I guess so.
God damn, she is so attractive right now.
Yes.
If he wasn't an absolute evil piece of scum, James Woods probably would have made a decent Satan voice.
Maybe so.
But Danny DeVito was definitely a good call, because Danny DeVito, as we know, in real life is a saint.
Oh yeah, totally. Like, that's a very good way to have a juxtaposition. You have someone who you know to be good play the evil person, because they're also, not only are they a good person and won't get shit for it, but also good actor as well.
Yeah. I know this might be a dickhead answer, but I loved him in Twins.
Yeah.
That's such a not a fair matchup. I absolutely love that. I love that he's willing to go along with all this bullshit, but he's like, you're not stabbing me in the dick. Jesus. Saying that in front of her, man.
Yeah, that's a real statement.
Kudos to that fucking demon woman, still twerking and working, as if it's required.
Yeah.
I just realised the noses are drawn very weird in this show.
They are a bit, yeah.
Weirder when this guy's got a normal looking nose and the other characters don't.
Yeah. Yeah, they change between being pig noses and being thumbs.
Ooh. Do you know what the worst thing about this universe is? You know hell exists, and therefore heaven probably exists. So killing yourself isn't even a solution.
No.
Oh right, I forgot about this plot.
Yeah, it shows up like once again during the season. Yeah, Snake with Arms has got a really cute voice.
Wow. That's fair.
Yeah, it is fair, yeah.
Oh, she's gonna love that.
Well, he has been a cock.
I was gonna say, she's gonna love Satan just being in the body of a fucking devil. That's a bit fucking harsh,
Yeah.
innit?
Yeah, it's just like crossbowing someone unrelated.
Do these motherfuckers not know the rules, how to stop, drop, and roll?
They're using holy power.
Do you really need to go through all this shit?
Apparently so.
Ah, right in the dick.
Mm. Yeah, possessing people is a thing that they can just normally do now.
Oh, he loves shooting himself in the dick, doesn't he?
Yep. It reminds me of Vegeta. They keep hitting me in the dick. Why do they keep hitting me in the dick?
Oh, that's great. 12 guys shot their dick off and just a voice in the background. And one vagina!
Yep.
And if your dick gets shot off, what's the fucking point in going on anymore?
No. Well, it depends how much you hate other things.
I don't hate anything
Like,
as strongly as I love my dick. I'm just saying.
Oh, I don't know.
Go on.
Know. Capitalism.
Yeah, well, you know what? Once my dick's gone, I kind of don't really give a fuck no more.
Yeah, fair enough.
Huh? Gross.
Yep.
Okay. It's a little late to reconciling, I think, after you literally said, I should have killed it.
Yeah.
Not even her, it.
Mm-hmm.
Cook meth.
At least she's friendly with.
Oh
her,
shit!
her
Phil
little
Lamar
demon
was in
familiar.
this. Rick,
I can't remember who he was.
Samurai Jack.
Oh yeah.
I don't know who.
We talked about him last week.
I didn't hear his voice, but we spoke about him last week, so that's why he's fresh in my mind.
Oh, it was a Dan Harmon show as well.
I don't know who that is.
He's I think he's the other half of Rick and Morty.
Okay, yeah, that sounds about right.
But yeah, that's credits done.
Yeah, that's the end of Little Demon. It's kind of redundant because you've already seen it, but what do you think, Rick?
It was an okay opening. It does its job. It does its job of introducing characters. Other episodes, I think, have more heart than this. But it grabbed my attention enough for me to watch the whole thing. How about you? What do you think?
Yeah, it was fine. The pacing actually felt very good. Like we had the three separate acts. They were very clearly distinguishable from one another, but they all flowed very well. I feel.
Yeah.
And I gotta be honest with you, I'll give props to any show that shows off the ultimate female form. Does that make me sound like a big enough douchebag, or do I need to go bigger?
Oh no, it's fine. Like Orc Lady body. Yeah.
I like muscles. I like bush. I like tattoos. What do you want from me? I don't care that it was a cartoon. I'll move on with my life. Anyway, let's go for our usual rundown. Rick, do you have a favourite moment?
My favourite moment was actually the moment that made me actually really interested in the show, and it was when Laura stripped down and showed that she wasn't just some suburban mom. Like we got little bits of it before, obviously giving birth to the Antichrist and all that, but the fact that she's like super jacked, full of tattoos, and is crazy prepared, that's what really caught my attention. How about you? What would you say is your favourite moment?
My favourite moment is a bit of a weird one because it wasn't so much a moment as an establishing shot in that when you had I've already forgotten the daughter's name.
Chrissy.
When you had Chrissy being escorted by the demons and you saw the variety of demons.
Yeah.
The demons are all well designed.
Yeah. Like I think most of them are pretty much one and done. Like I don't think we see many of them again apart from Snake with Arms.
Well, most of them got blown up, Rick.
Oh yeah, totally.
But yeah, they've got grotesque designs, but they're not so grotesque. You're like, It's just like, yeah, I imagine that's what a hellish being looks like.
Yeah, it's life is suffering for them, and that's part of the deal.
So, to a certain degree, it's just they're not over the top. Is basically what I'm going for, while still being gross enough to be like, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can't only talk about the good. We also have to dwell a little bit on the bad. Rick, do you have a weakest link?
I'd say it's just the fact that there wasn't as much heart in this episode as there is in future. Chrissy is a little bitch in this episode.
Yeah, but she's also 13.
Yeah, so it's one of those. It's understandable, but it's difficult to be on her side for certain things, apart from when she's unloading on Bennigan, that like everything has gone wrong for her right now and she's still trying to hold it together. Like when she's actually speaking to adults, she's a difficult character to like in this episode.
Okay, I see where you're coming from to a certain degree, and you've got the benefit of knowing where the series ends up, but I got a few nitpicks. One, as I already said, she's 13. Two, almost immediately she gets dropped with the information that she is the son of Satan, or daughter of Satan, which, I don't know, I think that will make even the most sane, rational human being snap, let alone a 13-year-old girl who has just experienced her first period.
Yeah. However, she was being a bit bitchy before that as well, so...
Yeah, but again, 13-year-old who's experiencing her first period.
Yeah, true. But yeah, how about you? What was your weakest link?
Weakest link was a pretty obvious one, and that is they end the episode with Satan being like, I can be patient for a bit longer, and it's like, you've been patient for at least 13 years. Like, what's a little more for a being who is immortal?
Yeah, and a lot longer before that, before he found, as he calls her, a vessel.
Yeah. Boy, he could almost be an incel with that type of talk.
Yes.
Yeah, that's probably my only nitpick. I gotta be honest with you, I was quite... I don't know if I'm going to binge this all in one day, but I'm probably going to come back to it at some point because it does look fascinating. But yeah, we need to end on a highlight. Rick, who is your MVP for the very first episode of Little Demon?
It's got to be Laura. She did the most. She was already prepared for everything. Everything went not so much according to plan, but she was ready for everything. She shows her resourcefulness in a real good way, and it's basically a real good... I'd say she's probably the most interesting character to ground understand all of the weird happenings in the real world, because apart from what she's learned, she's otherwise a normal human.
Yeah, I feel you.
And yeah, so I think she's probably the best character on the show. How about you? Who is your MVP?
It's a tough one today because I think all three of the main cast, being Satan, Laura, and Chrissy, I think they all pulled their weight this episode. But I'm going to give it to Satan for one reason and one reason only, and that is I am a sucker for the trope of all-powerful being having fun with their all-powerfulness.
Yeah, I get you.
And even when his powers were a little bit limited because he was in the mortal realm, he was still just like, I'm shooting people in the dick because I can.
Yeah, this is the way that I'm going to showboat and make sure that, okay, I'm restraining myself. I'm not killing them, but I am shooting them in the dick.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he killed most of them. Like, you'll bleed out pretty fast.
Yeah, they probably would. Yeah, like you say, they bleed out. It's a very well-supplied area of the body in terms of blood. Yeah, you bleed out pretty quick from that.
The only reason the main cultist, well, I say cultist, the main bounty hunter dude didn't bleed out is because, as you say, he's got to appear at least once more in the season.
And apparently they shot his dick off rather than shooting through it and out the other side.
Yeah, but just the tip.
Yeah.
They were very specific about just the tip being removed.
Yeah.
Which makes me think that it might be one of the writer's fetishes. But yeah, I think that does it for Little Demon in our episode today. Join us again next week where we'll be doing another cartoon, hopefully.
Yes, we will.
As always, we've got the comment section down below on YouTube. If you're not watching via YouTube but instead listening via one of our other audio platforms, you can instead send us an email. Where they said send email to, Rick?
nonsensereviewuk@gmail.com. Once again, that is nonsensereviewuk@gmail.com.
Yes. As always, we are glad that you joined us, guys. And keep good, keep happy. Bye-bye.
Ta-ra!